Seventh inning stretch here with you on a Wednesday night. Logan Stone joining me. Tyler McGurk, join that barbecue out there. Get your booty out of here if you want to make it. We're here to talk some baseball, though. We're going to get into the NL MVP race. Lot to discuss there. My thoughts on that. Logan's thoughts on that. The Dodgers owner, do people have a chance? What is going on there? We'll get into that. And then can I at least make Logan go 2 questions into trivia this week? Seventh inning stretch starts now. Logan Stone, we are in the dog days. We're in the middle of August here, right? Kind of starting to reach the last of it, where I think the players can start to see September 1st. You're going to get that massive wave of call-ups. Teams know where they're at. That final push doesn't feel so far away. It's just going to be great baseball towards the end, headed to the playoffs. Hopefully we get the postseason, obviously, that we got last year, and we'll all be happy about that. We got a loaded show for you tonight here on Variety Sports Network. Let's get right into it, okay? Because there's been a lot of good baseball. There's been a lot of topics. Last Saturday, though, was fun, just reacting to the bias thing right away. And then when it go 0 for 16 with like 8 games. Hey, it's baseball, right? But you still had a great start. I'll remember for that. But how about some greatness here in the NL MVP? I feel like we talked about this a few weeks ago, but it's changed. And it was Armstrong. I think I remember I listened back, and we both kind of said Armstrong has a chance, but it's going to take a lot. And guess what he's done? He's done a lot. You know what I mean? And the fact that Ohtani's not pitching, though we can argue the whole Cy Young MVP thing, that's obviously helped him a little bit. Ohtani's still been good. He's been great, though, in these last 30 days. He's now a 30 for 30 guy. The Cubs have a great record. They might end up with a better record than the Dodgers, Logan, when it's all said and done. Right now, the odds are he's a slight favorite in some books. I mean, Ohtani's not far behind. I mean, we're not 50-50, but it's very close. And I guess for me, I kind of look at the MVP race 2 ways. A, it's fun to have somebody pushing Ohtani. It's just kind of it's like, all right, it doesn't feel like it's automatically his this year for whatever has played. And then I'm like, how out of the blue is this MVP? There's some out of the blue ones where they come out and we knew he was a good player. He was on the World Baseball Classic team. He batted 9th on that team a lot of the time, but he was still there. We knew he was a good but it just feels magical, like Bellinger-esque or Yell. It just maybe he'll sustain a great career. It just seems a little early, I guess. And man, what a performance he's had. What do you make of the NL MVP race?
Well, so like a couple weeks ago, I was looking at the numbers and I thought, man, they're close, but I think Ohtani would edge him out. But I'm looking at the stats today, or a couple days ago, and they are very similar. Crow has him on WAR. He has him on home runs with 30. I think he's got 32 now. As the Cardinals lose the lead. Sorry. Just saw that home run from Sal Stort. Anyways, but then Ohtani has him on batting average, on-base percentage, slugging, OPS, and OPS plus. But it's not much. It's like 3 points on OPS plus, 10 points on OPS, 9 points on-base percentage. To say, I mean, it's really close. But then there are people who are just talking, and I love people. I'm a people person.
Are you?
But no, I'm not. But then everyone says, I don't understand how this is a discussion because Shohei Ohtani pitches. And that may be, but he's injured right now. He's no longer pitching. And I get that there's a little bit of an argument that when he is a pitcher, he's doing really well. He's got like a 2.40 ERA. He's doing really great. But that shouldn't go into the MVP race. I get it. You're getting 2 players for the price of 1 or 5 players if you want to think about it. But it doesn't really do anything for me. But to me, the MVP, the most valuable player, I think it's Pete Crow Armstrong right now because of what he's done to his team. He's kept them in it. If you took Shohei Ohtani out of this lineup, is it really going to hurt them? Well, more than it is right now, than that horrible lineup is right now. But to me, I think the more value is Pete Crow Armstrong.
It kind of reminds me a little bit when the Yankees and the Red Sox were still the better team, and it kind of feels like when the A's had Giambi win one and they had Tejada win one in 2003, like they were like the next best team. And they sometimes would even finish in a better record than these guys. And they would and I just feel like that's where Pete Crow Armstrong is. Like, I think people thought the Cubs would have a good year. Tyler's been on him for a while, so I'll give him the credit there with it. But it feels a little underdogish compared to the Dodgers. And he's having big games. Like, that's how you win MVPs too. You got to admit. Like, it's not just your stats. Like, it's going to matter. Like in Alvarez's case, I think his stats are going to matter more than in one moment. But in this NL MVP race, moments are going to happen. And what do you have? 2 bombs, one to win it the other day, to go 30 for 30. You know, he's had clutch hits. He's plays good defense. It's the Cubs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not always great all the time. They're up and down, right? But they have that love. And I just think he might overdo where people have a little Dodger fatigue. And this is a year where voters can feel good about not feeling like they're screwing over people. Even though I don't think they care about that all the time. But, you know, I think that I'm with you on it. I think it's his to lose. Which is weird to say. I mean, we know Ohtani's the better hitter. Like, we know it because you can kind of see some of the bigger, deeper numbers, and you're like, he's on base a little bit more. He does like little things. But you got to give the guy credit. We're not judging him on the postseason. It's a regular season award. And I think right now, which is crazy to say, with less than 40 games left, Pete Crow Armstrong Logan is our NL MVP favorite. That's pretty crazy to say.
And another thing is, like, I mean, and kind of harping on the same point, but like what Shohei Ohtani does when he's pitching, if he was pitching a full season plus the offensive numbers he was doing, it'd be a lock. There's no like contest, I think.
Yeah.
But because he got injured, I think he actually lessens your value because you thought you were getting 2 for 1, but now you had to go get another pitcher. That other pitcher you were going to get anyway. It was Tarek Skubal, but I mean, to me, I think that hurts the Dodgers more than anything. I think, and I just think, you know, looking at the Cubs numbers, oh wait, it's right here. I mean, there are guys on that team. They have Ian Happ and Seiya Suzuki who have 22 and 20 home runs. But everyone else doesn't really have like the numbers. And Pete Crow Armstrong is kind of putting this team on his back. He's
carrying him. Say it, man. Say it.
Yeah, he's carrying this team. I mean, he's got 79 RBIs. The next closest is 74 with Seiya. But then after that, it's I mean, it's not really. I mean, to me, it's just what he adds to the team, and I would say that Pete Crow Armstrong adds more to the Cubs than Shohei to the Dodgers.
And
which is a weird and wild stat to say, or a thing to say, that Shohei Ohtani doesn't affect the Dodgers as much as Pete Crow Armstrong does.
It's one of those weird things for me. Obviously, you know, an NBA guy, and obviously, the Warriors won championship, and then we add Durant. Like, right? Like, if they lose Durant, they still should be good, right? There's that same argument with Ohtani and the Dodgers there too. Except for I would say, I think the one thing with Crow Armstrong is he's had the moments right now, and if he can have more, and let's say the Dodgers do, and the Brewers have an epic finish or something like that, who knows, right? Like maybe there's a better chance he wins it then. Right? Like, I mean, maybe Ohtani does something that we're not expecting, and that carries him over the top. Like, this is at this point of the year, if you would have told me back in March and April, I would have thought Ohtani would have better odds right now to win. That's all I'm saying. And like now, Crow Armstrong, I'd be curious. I should be curious to look where his odds actually were as an NL MVP favorite to start the season. There's no way he was top 10, right?
Yeah.
No way. There's no way he was top 10. You had Schwarber ahead. I mean, when it's funny too in the NL is like I think when I saw recently, like Abrams was 3 and Schwarber was 4, and they were way behind him, like 1,000, 1,001 basically odds if you're betting on those guys. But I'm a big, this doing the shows with me. I'm a big MVP fan, especially when they're close races. It's history. It's like you look back at these things and you're like, man, I can't believe that guy didn't win it. Like I'll look back at a Cal Ripken Cecil Fielder one, I think, and I'm like, how did Ripken win this over Field? Like you just kind of like, it's funny how but I wasn't around 1991 to quite remember that. So it's funny looking at it now, and now I see where some of these narratives come from, and I just think Crow Armstrong, magical season. We'll get to him last year, but
do you want to hear the opening day odds? Please. So Ohtani was obviously the favorite. Juan Soto, Bryce Terang. I think
Terang was there. Wow, that's
crazy. James Wood, Corbin Carroll, Bryce Harper.
Yeah, that makes sense. The Wood one still kind of surprises me though.
Yeah, I don't know why Bryce Terang. I mean, he was at like plus 20,000 or whatever. So
true.
15,000. Yeah, and
Terang's good.
Yeah. But yeah, on that. So I had a question for you. So Ohtani apparently threw a bullpen session and said he was feeling okay, good to go. So they they took that as a good sign that he's going to be able to pitch again this season or during the regular season.
Yeah.
If he came back and say he made 4 starts.
Okay.
Do you take that into account? Does that sway you at all? Like
it's really like if you put me on the spot, I would say, yeah, I think it would weigh me. But part of me also says, okay, Darren, like you just said this to start out with, where does the hitting and the pitching come into place?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it's just a part of baseball. And I think MVP is different than Cy Young. Cy Young's the best pitching season. MVP doesn't necessarily mean the best hitting season. Like we've had pitchers win MVP, right? So this kind of adds to it. So let's say he pitches the last 4 games. Let's just say for some reason he goes 25 innings, 28 strikeouts, 1 earned run. Well, that's going to give him a damn good advantage over anybody else. And so I do think that's, and Pete Crow Armstrong can do nothing about that. But you know what Pete Crow Armstrong does what he's doing right now is he's playing every day, and he's playing big every day. And so like I said, like the Brewers are playing good baseball. They really haven't played bad baseball all year. Like they've had their losing streaks at times, but Logan, they've been one of the more consistent teams in all of baseball, right? Sitting at 78 and 48. The Cubs, to their credit, are only 5 out. Like they're making the Brewers play baseball right now. And
if the Brewers weren't the Brewers, then the Cubs would definitely be leading. But yeah, like I'm in the same boat as you. Like 4 more starts, 5 more starts. I mean, he's at 13 starts right now. That's 17, 18 starts. To me, I think a pitcher, if you're a starting pitcher, you got to go 33 starts in a season, 30 to 33. And so to me, I'm like, I don't know if that makes him automatically more valuable. And so,
Logan, so Armstrong right now has 90 runs. Ohtani has 82. Armstrong has 31 home runs. Ohtani 30. Armstrong 79 RBIs. Ohtani 8. Armstrong 31 stolen bases. Ohtani 7 stolen bases. Then Armstrong has a 282 average and a 936 OPS. Ohtani has a 294, 948. So they're razor thin, really all the stats except for stolen base. Where Armstrong has them. So I think it's really going to come down to those moments that we talked about as we finish the stretch run here.
Yeah.
Kind of fun, though, at least to have that debate, it feels like. We're in the AL. In the AL, it's just like, it's Alvarez, right? Like, we know we know he's winning it. And that's how it's been with Ohtani the last couple of years. Even when NL, we know it's been him with it. So, man, really fun to watch that race. I've enjoyed it. The game on TBS last night got delayed. And so I was watching it up till like 10:30 my time. I was like, you guys 12:30 aren't watching this thing. So it was kind of fun to have that game kind of delayed accident by Mother Nature. And then I watched that game a little bit. So got to do that too. So yeah, so fun MVP race going on right now in the NL. Cardinals still down by 1 right now. I see there with the Yankees tied up with the Orioles 3-3. Mariners beating the Brewers 7-2 early as well in a game that kind of matters. And the Jays are up 7-6. The Rays are up 7-6 on the Jays right now. And then we have a few finishes we'll get into here in a little bit. The Diamondbacks did beat the Red Sox today 7-6 in 10 innings. And Marte goes on the restricted list. He leaves Boston a couple days ago. And he missed time last year. And then you have the manager coming out saying, we hope he's okay. And they come and he's crying about it a little bit. And then you have or getting emotional.
Yeah.
And then you have I don't mean to be like crying in a bad way, just emotional about it. And then he comes out and says, well, it's a knee thing. And there's been a little vague, I guess, you would think in a situation like this. We know that he has a past of missing things. He was sensitive. Oh my God. Don't be a jerk, dude. He got angry with the fan in Chicago about the comment that he made about his mother. Obviously, rude comment, but fans are fans. And so just some interesting stuff with him. He's been a great player. This year's been, for him, I guess you consider a down year compared to the last few years. I guess for me, Logan, I know you got your thoughts on it too, and I'll let you go here. Is I guess my thought would be, you kind of brought it up when we texted each other. Is there a bigger personal thing going on, whether it's addiction somewhere, whether it's something just grief somewhere? Something feels bigger than just like a knee injury. You don't leave. You tell your manager. You stay with your team. Like something's off here. So little rambled a little bit, but kind of an odd deal. What do you make?
Yeah. So for me, the whole odd thing about it. So I kind of want to add context by kind of creating the timeline here, because the knee injury or the knee thing is the kind of the weird spot, and you kind of have to pinpoint exactly where it is. So Sunday night they were in Boston, or I can't remember somewhere, but they were at the hotel bar. They saw him, Ketel Marte, in the bar with a group of people. They all went to bed. The next day, he didn't show up to
batting practice.
He didn't show up to batting practice or even the game. So they put him on the restricted list, and I'll get back to the restricted list in a second. But then the report said that he was flying back to Arizona to get an MRI on his leg. And so, but with the Torey Lovello, Corbin Carroll interviews that happened after the Monday night game, it feels like there's more to that story. And so when you're put on the restricted list, like they have many lists. They have the injured list, the bereavement list, the paternity list, like all these lists. And whenever you're put on these lists, you still get paid. And so, if you're having a baby, you go on the paternity list. If you lose a loved one, your bereavement list, all that, injured list, obviously, you still get paid. When you're put on the restricted list, you're not getting paid at all because you violated something. You got in legal trouble. You violated your contract. Harrison Bader was put on the restricted list because he violated his contract. So the restricted list is kind of a big deal in that sense, because it's not like, oh, he lost his grandpa or something and he had to leave as an emergency. It's something bigger. And I feel like the bar story is not just a throwaway line. Like, oh, that was the last time we saw him. I can't hear you.
Here he is. I'm sorry.
There you go.
I was curious where you heard that story from.
Somebody, I saw it in some report. I think it was ESPN. I was looking at a lot of stories today, kind of collecting notes, and so it was a verified source. It wasn't like
Yeah.
I think it was the Arizona beat writer.
Gotcha. Okay, man. I, to your point with that, like, and I want you to get back to the restricted list thing too a little bit here. And I know you got a little bit more too. Is you mentioned in you're making your points there is the timeline and the knee injury not being a thing.
Yeah.
Do you think they're making it up?
I don't know. But I think I think his agent is right. There is some knee thing, but the fact that we hadn't heard about it until after he was put on the restricted list, it doesn't seem like it was just a knee thing.
And do you think the way the manager reacted to like that felt deeper than just like
Yeah.
he's got a knee injury? You know, like it felt like he did something to like a kid he loves that he didn't want to do.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah.
Like something happened and he's like he loves this guy. He's leaned on him. He's tried to support him. He's a great player. He knows he's a good person, but he just I don't know. It just felt like that, right? Like you can't defend somebody that always leaves or like, and like I said, this isn't the first time it's happened.
No.
And so it just, the way his reaction, I was like, when you told me that and about whether the drinking thing is true or not, you know, because we don't know for sure. He hasn't come out and said anything about it.
We're speculating.
It did feel deeper than just a knee injury.
Yeah. Yeah. And
managers don't do that, Logan.
Yeah. And you know, you talked about Marte being a little bit sensitive. A couple weeks, so 4 weeks ago, he went onto his Instagram and deleted everything involving the Diamondbacks. And then so basically everyone thought he was missing for a little bit. And so finally last night, I believe it was last night, he posted on his Instagram, he said, people are always chasing us, but God doesn't abandon us. And so it seems like he's not saying anything like, oh, I'm going through some horrible personal thing. It sounds like he's mad at the Diamondbacks or something, and he's just given up on the season. But that being said, he's contracted through 2031. And so,
and they have a chance at the playoffs. That's the other thing we're kind of with him, right? Like they're right there.
Yeah. I mean,
he's one of the best players.
I think 2 games away from a wild card spot right now. It's very weird. And I think this is just Ketel Marte being, I know you don't want to say it. I'll kind of say it, a baby. And he's just mad at the team for some reason and just said, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm going to sit out 4 weeks or whatever and trade
me. Wasn't the word I was going to use. That's why I had to hold back. I tell you.
I was holding back a little bit. So
let's just think of the wild kittens.
Yeah.
Well, no, I hear you on that. Part of it too is they're 1 game back of the wild card right now behind the Padres. But I really like. I think like 3 years ago, like I kind of. He's a great player. Like switch hitter. Like I enjoyed watching him. He was clutch. Had some big moments over the last couple of years, and it's a weird deal. Something just seems more off than it really is. And if it isn't, Logan, then there's some really bad communication, and that's a red flag too. This feels more. Let me ask you like this: do you, after doing all the stuff in the 5.5 pages you have there, like, do you think that it's more Diamondbacks or Marte? If you and not to be like a fight, like it feels like the Diamondbacks are really supporting Marte somewhere here.
Yeah.
Then a lot of organizations would not.
Yeah.
But like, do you feel like this is more of a Marte situation, or because not every team has to say you get more money. Oh, you get to have this special hotel. Oh, you get like something seems. Where would you kind of line based on the information you see right now?
I would see like Marte definitely has the problem. And I mean, and I really hope that this isn't like oh, he's, he lost something like a relative and like didn't tell the team, but told them afterwards or something. But
Crookins.
it doesn't seem like that, because I feel like if that was the case, then the Diamondbacks would have clarified this today.
Yeah.
But like I feel like the Diamondbacks were like Torey Lovullo especially, like he's defended, he's fought for Ketel Marte. He loves Ketel Marte. I feel like this is the Diamondbacks just like drawing a line, like saying, listen, you're toxic. We just don't come back right now. Like, figure your own crap out. Like, but we're here to win, and you're kind of making everything about yourself. And he's suffered through so many injuries in his career.
So basically,
Like,
he's a wide receiver in football right now. He just wants.
basically, yeah,
No,
but,
you're right about the injuries, though.
yeah,
You're right. He has suffered a lot. This wouldn't be the first time.
yeah,
But he's had a pretty good 4-year run here.
yeah.
And he is, would you say, probably the second best player on their team outside of Carroll.
When he's on, he's probably better than Carroll.
He could be. I mean, Carroll just adds, like what you said, no drama.
Yeah.
So you don't have that drama with Carroll.
Yeah.
Carroll's like a dog. So you're like, all right, he's going to work, So you have that thing with them. Interesting deal. Deal right now. It's not like I even want to talk about it to just rip on whatever he's going on. It's more just he's a great player. They're in the pennant race. Something feels off. He's had these things before.
Yeah.
And I think the Diamondbacks have done a good job of protecting him. And I feel like that's my thought on it. Like, I feel like they really could have come out. Like, other bad franchises really would have made him, thrown him under the bus more.
They would have leaked something.
That's it's just like somewhere it's just odd to me. Like, it's not even like I'm not an investigative reporter, but like when you see things like this, you're like, something's deeper on multiple levels that it'd be fascinating to be like the owner right now and be like, we know exactly what's been going on over the time here. Like, something just totally feels off on it. And I feel bad for his teammates.
Yeah.
I mean, they can easily beat the Padres here.
Yeah.
The Padres are no guarantee.
It's definitely a mind, like it'll screw with the players. And already losing Arenado for a period of time, I don't know how long. But, I mean, they're one game out, and that'll take the wind out of your sails. Like, hey, your second best player is throwing a temper tantrum over here, but you got to just ignore that.
Unreal.
Maybe that's something they can rally behind. Like, hey, he doesn't want to be a part of this team. Screw him. We're gonna.
But see, that leads to another point before we move on. Is, at some point they're going to want him back. I mean, the guy can rake like at times. He's a switch hitter. They're going to want him back. So we'll see. Like I said, I kind of look at it as football's getting ready to start here. Like, it feels wide receiver-esque. It just like AJ Brown. Like, it just feels like that. Give me mine. Give it to me. Give me mine here with it. Most disappointing seasons, and I say this outside of Cal Raleigh and Vladdy Jr., because we talk about them every week being pathetic, right? Everybody this last week was like, oh, Vladdy hasn't homered in Toronto in a year. Like, we get all of it, and then, we understand it. The first guy I'm going to mention, and I'll let you have a couple, and I just want to mention one, and I do probably have the same guy, Kyle Tucker. What? You broke Susie's heart. You left Houston, and you did it just to suck at L.A. Yeah. Logan, wow. Rough right now. What is the deal with him?
Yeah,
and we haven't talked about him much this year.
No, I don't know what's going on.
Great signing, you get more. Like, we get a Tucker. So go ahead.
Yeah, I have no idea what's wrong with him. It's crazy what's going on with him. I don't know. I didn't have him on my list, honestly, because I kind of had him with like the Vladdy, the Paul Skeens, the Cal Raleigh, and just like everyone's talking about how disappointing he was. So I don't know. I don't know if he's just mentally like, you got to earn your $50 million a year now, or What?
It's just
I always
odd.
think
It's
that
just
I
odd.
always think that kind of like getting those massive contracts screws with the guy's mentality more than anything.
Because the expectations they have to do more than they need to and
Yeah.
stuff.
And it's also like I'm not they don't have that drive like, "Oh, I'm comfortable now. I could retire right now and be set for life."
And he went to a team that already had won 2 championships.
Yeah.
So like you're right, like some of that is like kind of deteriorating. And baseball's a weird sport like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just an odd one there. The other one to me was a star player, and I'll let you have your list there. It's
Yeah.
Acuna Jr. Still been okay, but based on where you would project him to be, right? Not going to be one of his finest seasons. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, not 40-40 material like he was 2 years ago.
What's he got right now? He has 43, 13, 34, 16. But the big alarm stuff for him is the 241 and 777 OPS. Like, so
Yeah.
that's where you really see the guys that they're at. So, as in terms of stars, those are the guys. I got a few more for you, but let me get some of yours as well.
Yeah, the number one guy I had was Nico Horner. Maybe not. Definitely not superstar level. And he's got okay numbers. He's got a 324 on base percentage, but a 689 OPS and 7 home runs. Like he's just not as good, and like he doesn't have his eye on the like his plate vision is just not as good as it used to be. Um, Last year he had 49 strikeouts. This year he's got 46 already. So I mean, it's I don't know. There's just something about him that's just not. It's not as good as it used to be. I mean, maybe not the most disappointing, but definitely disappointing for me.
For you, he came across disappointing. I get you. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Give me
Trey
a couple
Turner.
others.
My homeboy. I
I'll
had
give you
to
credit
admit
for not being a homer. I'll give you credit for not being.
I need him, but I have.
He's
going
to be your best man at your wedding, for God's sake.
He's going to be the bride at my wedding. No.
That's pretty good. That's good.
Sorry.
You one up me, man. You one up that. That's good. I like that.
Josh is going to be
Edwards is jealous now. Like,
yeah. Oh man. But he's got a 298.
Oh, dude, that was good. That was good. I'll give you that one.
But he's got a 298 on base percentage. He's got 17 home runs, but 48 RBIs, which I don't really care about the RBIs as much. His OPS is down from 812 last season to 692. And so he's just not hitting as well as he used to. He's only 33 years old. I mean, maybe he is going downhill, but man, it's going to be sad.
Tell me you have Juan Soto on this list.
As the most disappointment?
Well, for you, I think because you love him so much,
No, he's not a disappointment.
His numbers back you up. The injuries are what you're saying. The injuries are what they are.
Yeah. Soto's been awesome. So.
All right. I just wanted to discuss you where you're at with it on that. Can I give you Machado and Seager as some odd ones too there?
Yeah, Seager was on my list.
How about Machado too? Where are you at with him? He's still like, productive, but it's like it feels like is that disappointing or it's like this is the age we should expect this now?
To me, it's not as disappointing because last season he wasn't that great either. He wasn't Manny Machado. Corey Seager was one because he's always been so good, and he's pretty young. He's 29 years old?
Yeah.
So let's see, this season he's got he's got a 309 on base percentage. That's average. 705 OPS plus. He's been average. But 12 home runs, 30 RBIs, which again, 30 RBIs don't care about. 208 batting average though. And I'm not a big batting average guy, but that sucks. you're just 8 points above Mendoza right there, buddy.
Not good. I also got Teoscar Hernandez on this list. I'm a fan. Taylor Ward was a little bit of a disappointment this year as well. You mentioned Ian Happ as one that was kind of those would be the rest of the big names I have on it. And then Mookie Betts has he's declined a little bit this year for sure. The one name that I wanted to throw out to you, it's not a disappointment because I didn't even know who the heck the guy was, other than the draft day I saw him. But when he came up, going to take over the world, Connor Griffin a little bit, kind of like that Jackson Holiday feel. Not saying Griffin, not comparing that, just overhyped, kind of like maybe we did with Diaz on Saturday, and then you overreact to a few big things, and where you got like your Churios and stuff like that, where you're like, oh, that's going to be a consistent guy. Like he's figured it out type of situation. And I would, it's harsh, but I would put him on my disappointment list a little bit this year, just based on some of the hype he had a home run. I think it's like first game. Yeah. And so
he was supposed to be runaway with the rookie of the year. So.
Yeah. That'd be my harsh one on the list.
My biggest is probably, my biggest has been Jarren Duran. 261 on base percentage. I just 6.
That's a good call. I like that call because he did have some hype to him too, right? He had some.
Oh yeah, and he was awesome too. Like 2024, he was an all-star. 48 doubles, 21 home runs. 342 on base percentage, 834 OPS, and a 132 OPS plus. Last year was kind of a decline, but not much. And then this year he's just dropped off. And on a team like the Red Sox, who's firing on pretty much all cylinders, he's been awful.
It's funny you mention him because, he kind of feels like a Corbin Carroll type of player, but he's a hothead. Where Carroll comes across much more cerebral, and you know what I mean. Like I think that Matt, I think he still has potential to have another bounce back year. But you're right, 203 right now or something like that. It's terrible when it comes to that. So you're right; those are some rough starts to the year in terms of that. Pitching wise, can I go Hunter Brown? Maybe is that a little bit of a, and then Freddie Peralta. Yikes! Yeah, yikes! Logan.
When you're on the Mets, that's why I didn't have him on really my thing because the Mets they're just bad and they make everybody else around them bad.
Zach Gallen, he kind of felt that. I don't know.
He was on my list.
Okay. Who else you got? You got all mine.
Pitchers. I had Merrill Kelly and Zach Gallen. Jazz Chisholm, contract year, and he's underperforming. Let's see. I had Corbin Mayo. His numbers were icky, and he was pretty awesome last year. He won rookie. No, he was runner up for rookie of the year, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, he was kind of the guy. Matt Fearling, Kerry Carpenter, solid guys. I kind of had Willie Adames on my list.
Oh, he should be on. Yeah, you're right. I left him off.
Yeah.
What a terrible year. All the errors, the lack, 19 home runs, but they're just stats. He had 30 home runs. No impact. That's a good call.
And then my last one was Jacob Wilson.
Yeah, that injury just killed him.
Yeah.
When he hurt his shoulder, he was on fire, and that just killed him along the way. What Tyler said, Adames is now the worst player in baseball, as I was typing. He's been a rough year. Devers has kind of made that push. He was off to a rough start too, the beginning of the year, Giants in general there. It's kind of this time of year you look at it and you're like, it's funny for me because you kind of see where these guys are, right? and then you're like, oh, that's where they ended up at. Like it's kind of crazy to think, like, all right, that's where they're like if you take somebody like Armstrong, right? Like he was supposed to be in the top 20, but like fantasy wise or stuff like that, so you knew he was a good player. Now he's top 3. He's made the jump to a different level, or you have somebody like C.J. Abrams that's made the jump to a different level. Jordan Walker. So you've had these guys, and then you have the opposite of it, and it's pretty crazy. Tyler, hope you're doing well up there.
Who we didn't talk about was Austin Riley, who's supposed to be like the big third baseman, and he didn't do anything. Spencer Strider, his numbers are horrible, and he's supposed to be the ace of that, or the co-ace of that rotation.
We've had some disappointing. Jacob Wilson surprised me a little bit. But I think I understand what you mean because he did make the All-Star game. Like I feel like that injury just set him back. Like the way he landed on that shoulder diving for that ball, I don't think he was ever going to be the same coming back. They probably, if the A's are smart, they might just sit him out the rest of the way. Just play it through there.
He was just so good last year.
He was so good, and he was good at the beginning of the year. He was getting on base. He was hitting average. He's a free swinger. But when you take out the big guy out of that lineup, Logan, it's just it's tough when you take him out of the lineup here. What do we got? You guys tie it up?
Sorry. The Cardinals just threw away a ball and caused a run to score, and so now it's 4-2. Sorry. Like I looked up right as it happened, and it was
Logan, my name. Logan, my name.
Don't say Logan 3 times, otherwise the Cardinals will lose. Now it is pouring rain, so maybe that had an effect on it. But whatever,
they can suck it up. All right, before we get to the Dodgers owner, that I want to let's do the Dodgers owner lineup. Which one we got to go with?
I want to go. Well, no, let's start with the Dodgers thing because I want to end on a happy note, and the Dodgers thing is going to make me either depressed or very excited.
All right, so Dodgers situation. Give me the breakdown. I know we've talked about the owners selling off things left and right here.
Yeah,
like I said, rich people don't go to jail. So
yeah,
you better do something real wrong to go to jail there. But a lot of implications. I know you're going to get into the factor of he's deferred all this. He's selling off his stakes in other areas. Logan, the floor is yours.
Yeah. So Mark Walters, the Dodgers owner, has been under investigation for a couple months now. I'm just going to kind of quickly go over some stuff. Back in 2012, he bought the Dodgers for $2.15 billion. And so, because of that, he owned a loaning and a life insurance company called TWG Global. And so, let's see. Walters got a loan from his company to pay for the Dodgers. The problem is that the company marked the loan as unaffiliated when it was actually related party investments. Basically saying that all these people who were a part investing in this company, this TWG Global, were buying life insurance policies, and some of them were investing in the company for them to buy all the stuff. And they said, oh, we're going to buy this thing, but it's not affiliated with our owner. It's not like going to be a sister company or whatever. But that was a lie, obviously. Mark Walters, this is kind of where everything came to a head. Mark Walters did the same thing last year when he bought the Lakers. But because of that, there's been an investigation into Walters and his companies. So basically, they found $21 billion of loans that were going from one of his companies to another, kind of funneling companies with each other. And the issue is just basically they were not letting these people who were taking these life insurance policies, they weren't making them aware. And that's an issue because if they loan all this money to another one of Mark Walters' companies like the Dodgers or the Lakers to pay for that, I mean, it's like they could go bankrupt basically, and the people who bought these life insurance policies, they could not get paid if the company goes under. And anyways, all that.
Can I go to your?
Yeah.
You brought up 3 points at that beforehand. You might have more, but these are the ones I wanted. I thought they were good points you brought up. Was is who will actually want to buy the team? My answer to you is anybody. I think anybody would want to buy the team. But I guess on top of that, my question to you then would be: is based on what we're reading, what's the saying? When there's smoke, there's fire. So something's off here. Something's off.
Yeah.
It kind of makes a little sense now with some of the things. Is like if they want a new owner, that owner is going to have to take in all that money, right? Like that's not an easy buy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I know we'll get into the Ohtani angle in a second here of this, but like in terms of just the Dodgers themselves, like did baseball drop the ball here? Was it just the guy? Like what happened? Like, I mean, like at some point you have to realize somebody doesn't have all this money, right?
Yeah. So it's funny, like, so back in 2012, like teams or interested parties in buying the Dodgers were saying, oh, we're close to buying the Dodgers. And then they saw that Mark Walters bought the Dodgers and they were like, I don't know how he got the money for that. And so that's always interesting. The big thing is like and I'll answer your question in a second, but like the big thing is like the Lakers were sold for $12.5 billion a couple of days last week, and they ended up having basically that created a whole storm because he just bought the Lakers a year ago and is already selling. He's already sold his shares in a football team in Chelsea, and so all that is like implicating that he's going to have to sell because he owes $21 billion back to the loan. He has to pay those loans back by December 31st this year. So that's 3 months from now, right? Yeah.
Yep.
And so all that to say, like, so yeah, my question was who will actually want to want the Dodgers? And, a lot of baseball fans would like, oh man, like the World Series team that won 2 in a row and is probably going to win a third. Like who would possibly want that in a sarcastic manner? The money they have $413 in payroll in 2026. It's going to go up because of in 2027. And then they also have $1.1 billion in deferred money that they have to pay until 2046. In 20 years. 20 years. And then and so they really think that people really think that Mark Walters is going to have to sell the team. And that's another question. Like, this is more of a financial question. Like, how much is he going to actually get? He paid $2.15 billion for the Dodgers. Is he going to get more?
I would think so.
I mean, is he though? Because you have $413 million in payroll, and then $1.1 billion that you're going to have to pay, like cleaning up somebody else's mess that they left for you.
You would say it's the premier franchise in baseball right now, outside the Yankees and Red Sox, though, right?
That is true. But does another owner have the capital to pay that?
Yeah,
and so
right. There's some things to figure out there for sure.
Yeah, and that's even saying if it goes to auction, because if he's found convicted, the government will seize the Dodgers, and they'll have to auction the Dodgers off, and so that's gonna deduct how much ever. Yeah. Anyways, But my second point was, will the next owner be okay with spending $400 million plus for the foreseeable future? There is an avenue where, like a realistic avenue, where they'll sell certain players. And who do you sell? Betts, Diaz, Tucker, Freeman, all
Yeah.
aging stars. Tucker and Diaz have not been good this season. I mean, and even then, the Dodgers would have to eat a lot of the contracts that they owe because it's all deferred money.
Yeah. I hear
All
you.
this money, all this is deferred money. And then the third big thing, the Ohtani thing. Ohtani has a key man clause in his contract that stipulates that if Mark Walters or I think I said Alex Friedman, I think it's Andrew Friedman, leave the Dodgers, Ohtani can opt out of his contract. And there's 4 reasons why I think he would do it. And people would say, oh, they've given him world championships. Why would he leave? Reason number 1, even though Ohtani has deferred money, that does not mean it's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Not guaranteed in the sense that there's and I mean guaranteed by the sense that there is no guarantee that they're going to be able to pay him in 20 years. The number 2, Ohtani wants to win. He entered the contract with deferrals so that they could build a winning team around him. What happens if a new owner comes in and says, I don't want to spend $400 million a year and I'm getting rid of Freeman, Betts, Kyle Tucker? What if he guts the Dodgers? Third point is Ohtani is now not sure if the team he has right now will be the team around the next season. 4, Ohtani has been amazing since 2024. 19.5 WAR, 139 home runs, 391 on base percentage, and a 1.005 OPS. 312 RBIs and 2 MVPs. If there's a new owner, he could opt out of his contract and get more money with another team that may be better suited towards him right now.
Aaron Judge making a phone call there in New York. He making a phone call there, and I think that's the most interesting piece. Whether Mr. Walters goes to jail or not for any of this stuff. At the end of the day, me and you and people out there, like you've had people out there that are Dodgers haters for a while now say something's up, and you've heard it from other people.
Yeah.
But we've also had people like ourselves, whatever that matters, and other podcasts that are a little bit more popular than us say, well, more people need to spend, So it's not like people are out there just saying like, oh, but I think this is where I think my last kind of point to it would be, and then we can go back to Ohtani, is if, let's say, for example, like it found out that this owner was going to get in legal trouble. Let's say we found out by the end of the season, right? Mm-hmm. Somewhere it's like he's going to have to sell, he's going to have. Would this help the baseball not have a strike, or would it hurt it more?
It would throw a wrench in everything.
It would be interesting.
It would, because now the owners wouldn't have much of a leg to stand on. And the players would say, well, you just sold the Dodgers and
you go to jail for doing illegal stuff. You know what I mean? Like that, as you're a player, you're like, this is ridiculous. You guys can manipulate the whole thing.
Yeah. And and we haven't even talked. I know this isn't a basketball thing, but it's already destroying the Lakers. And he sold the team a week ago.
Good stuff right there, Doug.
But it's totally screwed up with the Buss family. They're not able to add value to or talent to the team until the acquisition becomes official. If that happens to the Lakers, what happens to the Dodgers? And the Dodgers are in a lot. They were solid because of Mark Walters. Without Mark Walters and his money, there's no solid ground. What is going on? That's kind of this like once you go down that rabbit hole, you're like, oh well, they'll sell the team. What is the owner going to do? Well, if the owner comes in and is like, I don't want to be like Mark Walters, I want to be like the Pittsburgh Pirates and not spend any money. Like
what the Dodgers were before 2017. Yeah, like they were like that. That's what they were.
Yeah,
they weren't a good franchise. We can't. I think we're gonna find out more information here. Right. We can't underestimate how big of a deal this is.
Yeah. No. Yeah. This is the biggest story I think in baseball that's not baseball.
For sure. No doubt.
Since the
rule changes.
The Houston Astros scandal, I think that would be the big one.
No doubt. But that was on the field. This feels like it's off the field with the I hear what you're saying, scandal. That I agree with you on that. That's the biggest scandal. This is just different because everybody's bitching about the money and all that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, what? Your richest owner is cheating? Like that throws a whole loop. And then if you're the players, you're like, well, we don't want a salary cap because we all want to get paid, but maybe these crazy son of a guns. Like I always say this, and you tell me if I'm wrong, like we don't make the money of somebody that's spending $2.2 billion on a team. No, but we all can relate to this thought. That is if you have less money to spend, you're very aware of it and you spend it a certain way, and there's a pressure to it.
Yeah.
But if you have money to spend and you have to spend that money, that's a different type of pressure. I'm not saying like I feel bad for the guy. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like two things can be true. And the one where you're spending but not spending it wisely is looked upon much worse.
Yeah.
Much worse. Like we can rip the Pirates to shreds all the time. But at the end of the day, they're not legally doing anything wrong. Right? So there's two different things that can go wrong. Like two different ways I look at it in that regard.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, oh man. And then Dodgers fans are going to take this and it's going to be like the Jerry Reinsdorf, Jerry Krause thing. Like, how many championships could the Bulls have won if they had kept the team together? How many championships would the Dodgers have won if they kept the
the Blue Jays had a closer, they'd only have one. They only have just kidding.
Yeah. It's odd, crazy story. And so many aspects of it, because
it really
I cannot imagine buying a team and then having to take on the Dodgers payroll and then looking at that $1.1 billion owed in 2046. That's crazy to me.
It's like the guy who ever took over the Bobby Bonilla thing. Like, I'm still paying this guy $1 million.
Yeah.
It's not even my money, and I have to pay him $1 million.
Well,
that guy a lot more. Except for this is going to be a lot more.
Because, I mean, you owe 68 to Shohei. You owe, how much ever to Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman and Blake Snell. I mean, all these guys.
Not a good look for baseball either.
No, and that's the thing is like, let's say in some magical world where he doesn't have to sell the team, he's going to have to answer to MLB, and MLB, they will punish you for anything. The Reds owner back in the 90s, what's her name? The crazy lady who like was abusive and very racist, and like they kicked her out, and she didn't do. I mean, all she did was say a bunch of words. This guy,
Marge shot,
Marge. This guy,
love Pete Rose though.
Yeah, they love. Yeah. Anyways, but it's crazy because like MLB will be harsh too, and so, it seems more and more likely, especially if he has to pay this $21 billion back, that they're not gonna. He's got to sell.
He's not paying it back. He's not paying it back. He's not.
He can't. I mean, the
Lakers. Rich people. Me and you go to jail, Logan. Rich people don't. That's it.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll
the
see you in
Lakers.
prison, buddy.
Yeah. Whenever I have to pay for the 21 billion.
The Lakers thing is interesting though. Here, like
Yeah.
that's. Would you say they're bigger than the Dodgers? Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just namesake wise.
That's a big one right there. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
it.
I mean,
There's something there going on.
yeah, it's crazy, and I mean that it affects two sports. One owner affects two sports.
And soccer with Chelsea too.
Soccer, who cares?
Yeah.
But like he owns a women's hockey team. He owns the WNBA women's or the WNBA team, huh?
The Sparks, is that who it is?
Sparks,
LA
yeah.
Yeah. It's a big deal. I agree with
Yeah.
you on that. I know you had a lot of info, and I appreciate you sharing that. But like, I think if we're being blunt, the biggest thing is the Ohtani factor. Like,
Yeah,
what is that? What, because you're right, he can leave if they change ownership. Who's the
Yeah.
best player considered right now? It's him. So
Yeah.
if like in the Dodgers, we said Betts kind of a rough season. Freeman, they're still a great team. We're not saying that, but I'm just saying, like, you look at it, you're like, yeah, he might have a window out where fans aren't going to kill him either.
Yeah.
With this part of it, it's going to be very fascinating what the offseason looks like with him.
And that new owner, he's going to be happy if Ohtani gets out. Honestly, I think.
Yeah, he'll probably be like, "Thank God, I don't have to owe all that money back to."
Yeah. He's already owed $220 million for his 2 years.
Oh yeah, easily. He's in
210. Yeah.
He's in trouble. And I think me and you will be talking about this more as we kind of move on here, especially to the offseason. Diamond Notes, I have a couple things for you here today. I had Diaz on the IL, more kind of a weird, not just like him on the IL, talk about a disappointing season, was, the Dodgers had bullpen issues last year. They bring him in, all the fans are like, oh, blah, 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 blah. This is where, like, I think me and you, we said at the beginning of the year, and it's not that they brought Diaz in that he's going to be unreal. It's like you have more room for error. Yeah. You have more room for error when you bring these guys in. Same thing with Tucker. You have more room for error. So they get him on the IL. Ohtani throws a bullpen. Nat Abrams not thrilled about moving to second base after we talked about that last week. Bellinger is back on a rehab assignment. I'm going to get into Tatis here in a second. Skeens has had his off moments as well. And then I got one other one for Diamond Boats, but I'm going to spend a little extra time on this guy. But where are you at with maybe just some of those Diamond Notes I have on the list right there? You could add whatever else is on your mind there. Can I say the Abram ones? I'm tired of the agents coming out and saying this crap.
Yeah.
Like, Abrams, what's to say when you say it with your chest? If you feel this way, say it. Like, it shouldn't be your Logan. That's just I don't like that. I don't like it.
Yeah, I
get it, but I don't like it.
I think agents say that so that way there's a fan aspect of it to kind of put pressure on managers.
Weak.
It's weak, and it's not like it's not like it's the worst thing in the world. I mean, they were tampering with it. If he doesn't like it, if he said, I don't feel comfortable there, fine. But I think they were trying to add value. I think they had two prospects who played shortstop that they probably liked better to play shortstop than Abrams. But it's just weird. I don't know. The Edwin Diaz thing, I'm watching that right now. The Edwin Diaz thing is kind of weird. He got injured in 23, came back in 24, and he wasn't horrible, but he wasn't great. Last year he was amazing, and then this year I don't know. Maybe it's something. There was that time back between like 2009 to 2014 when the Yankees, it seemed like they were all injured like every day, and they had just the AAA team out there. I feel like the Dodgers, like, there's something in the water that causes these players to get like weird. And I
Do you
don't
think
know what it
Tyler
is.
has a real point here, though? Real quick, Tyler or Logan is he says agents lose money if you play second base. Next contract won't be as big. Won't be as big. Look at the mediocre shortstops making big money. Does he have a point there, like a Swanson? I think he's talking about, and guys like that. But I feel like if you're a great player, you get money either way. I kind of look at it as you have more value if you could prove you play second base better. That's just my thoughts. And they have don't they have a good shortstop coming up? I feel like we talked about that last week.
So next year,
play second base, Tyler. Man up, right? Is this all about the agent? Like, tell your agent to shut up. Shut up.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I push back because it's not like the early 2000s anymore, where like second baseman got paid significantly lower than the shortstop, right? Like the second baseman break now, and CJ Abrams is one of the best players in MLB right now.
Yeah, no doubt.
There's a lot of people who love. I mean, who would want to have him. I just think that he's. I don't think the money contract thing really affects him that much.
Why is the agent come out and say it? Pisses me off? Like, Logan, I don't get it. It frustrates me. I'm like, what are we doing here? It's the middle of August. You've had a great year. You suck at shortstop. Like, come on. Your stats speak for themselves, and your agent has to come out and tell you that you have, like, oh my gosh, we have to move to second. You're literally moving 10 feet to the left. Like, what are we doing? Like, to me, it's such bad. It kind of reminds me of this Jaden Daniels thing going on at LSU. It's like, it's unnecessary. It has nothing to do with what you're playing. You're in the middle of the season. You're having a great year. Just play baseball.
I will say that, like, we saw this with Luis Arias when he got moved from second base to first base, and he didn't do well. And so if CJ Abrams switches to second base and then does terribly defensively, and maybe that even affects him offensively, like that, I mean, that's going to hurt his art. I think he's in arbitration right now, but I mean,
is it really going to affect him?
I think it would.
He's that mentally weak.
I mean, those people, but I think those people, they get comfortable in their spots, and then when you kind of jack with them, it really hurts them offensively. I mean, it hurts them mentally. But
it hurts the team mentally when you lead the shortstop. You lead the league in errors at shortstop.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, at what point is you as a player, you're like, you take any responsibility? I mean, you're not the A's. You're not just going to be like, all right, Marcus Semien, you have 2 years to figure it out, because not every franchise is going to be like that. I don't know. I mean, I get the hittings there, but I got to be honest. I lost a little respect for the guy if this is how he really feels. Like, maybe I'm too harsh there.
Maybe it's not how he feels. Maybe it's like purely the agent.
The agent. The agent just comes out and speaks over him. Logan.
Yeah,
he's like, we're gonna do that. I didn't like that at all. Skeens and Diaz. How worried are you about these two guys? He did Skeens again, short outing today. Didn't look great. Not throwing the same heat. What's your thoughts? It's odd. It's odd.
Skeens is going to need Tommy John surgery, I think. And Edwin Diaz, I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, I think someone said, no, this was about Skeens. Like, he's not, whenever he comes out of the windup, he's not, his movement isn't right. So maybe it's a back issue that he's just trying to play through. But I don't know a lot of pitchers who would play through something whenever they're not winning too much. No,
you're right, Tyler. Shortstops get paid more.
Yeah,
I get it. Agent based is what Tyler's saying there, which is fine. So Skeens, like, to your point, not pitching well.
Yeah.
what do you the DS thing like? So you just think it's as simple as Skeens needs Tommy John at some point?
I think, yeah, I think there's an injury that he's not disclosing, and he just wants to play through it for the rest of the season and hopefully. But I don't know. It's kind of weird because it's like whenever a pitcher has a bad back or something or needs like arm surgery, they're not like oh I'm going to suffer through it. Like they don't have that mentality as much, and so I think maybe it's a mechanical issue or what. But that wouldn't explain why he's not throwing over 100.
A lot of these guys that played in the World Baseball Classic, they've had some interesting seasons. I kind of want to get into that. I've been researching that for a couple of shows here, like kind of like looking at it, and I feel like it was too early for me to go at it. But I'd be curious to get your thoughts, like Rowley, Skeens, and then somebody will go, "Well, Pete Armstrong." That's my point. Like, there's some odd ones here to it.
Yeah.
So I kind of been looking at that the last probably 3 weeks, taking some notes on it, looking at it, like. I'd be interested to get your thoughts. I kind of looking at middle of September to talk that, just because that's a whole different part of baseball. You know, it's more intense, and these guys were meant to throw here in it. So, yeah. But you mentioned also Tommy John. He passed away this week. He's known for the surgery, right? It's obviously called the Tommy John surgery. So, two things I want to think about with you is on it, and this is part of Diamond Notes, is he's known for the surgery. He recovered, and the guy's like, "You'll never be able to pitch again." He's like, "No, I have a good pain tolerance. I'll be able to pitch again." That's what he told the doctor back in like the 1970s, right? Yeah. And you see the surgery where you just mentioned, well, Paul Skeens will have it. You said it like it was nothing, right? Yeah. Because that's what it is now. You have it, you come back, you pitch, you come back, you have it again. Blah, 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 blah. So he's known for having that surgery. He took a risk that no player had. There's the Hall of Fame debate, played 26 years, 288 games. This guy might be remembered more than most players in Major League Baseball history because of this surgery.
Yeah.
Like, 50 years ago, 50 years from now, it's still going to be referred as Tommy John surgery.
Yeah. And like you think about how many pitchers got saved because of it. Like Adam Wainwright, it comes to top of my mind.
He was massive in that.
There was a couple of those guys, and like, I mean, but like, yeah, I won't get into that one, but like, yeah, there's so many pitchers who have long careers because of the Tommy John surgery. So, Tommy John, like, he was a solid player. I mean, over 2,000 strikeouts, career 111 ERA plus. 338 FIP, career 334 ERA. I mean, and then he played for how many years? 26 years. 26 years. That's like unheard of. So that's amazing to me. 62 more.
That's why I think the Hall of Fame for him is tough because he played so long and he has 288 wins, and you could say, well, it was really 25 years with this, so you get the debate, and my guess is that's where that goes with it. So interesting there with
he'll get in next year now.
Yeah, that's usually unfortunately how that works. So I want to get into building the Cardinals all-time lineup here before I get into my trivia with you here.
Okay.
So I did it in two ways. If anybody's to show a seventh inning stretch, I did it based on Josh Edwards and Logan Stone. That's how I did this. I had some fun with it. There's going to be some guys who are going to be like, how did you leave this guy off? Well, that's just why I did it. And these guys, I know Logan's going to have some Cardinals guys on here that I'm not going to be talking about, like Lou Brock. And he'll have some guys on here. So I'm going to go two lineups here. So if I had the Josh lineup, like this is Josh's lineup just by position. He's going Yachty at catcher. There's no doubt about it. No doubt. He's going Pujols at first. I think he's going Eckstein at the end of the day at second base. I think he's moving David over there. He's liking the hustle. He likes the diving for the ball there. Ozzie at short. That's a guarantee. He gave me two third basemen. I'm going to go. He's going to lean on Scott Rowland there. And then I like the idea of him with a Langford, Coleman, McGee outfield. and you throw Edmonds in there at DH, everybody be like, Edmonds should be an outfield. I get it, whatever. You can do that, but that's where he's at with it. That's my Josh Edwards lineup. Just 9 guys that are fast, can play a little baseball. Move Edmonds in the outfield if you want there in that spot. My Logan Stone all-time Cardinals lineup is at catcher, Ted McCarver.
Wow.
No, I just say that because I'm announcing. I was going to
say, how little do you think of me?
I was just joking with you. Simmons is going to be Ted Simmons is going to be the catcher for Mr. Logan Stone. I went Albert Pujols, but I knew Johnny Mize was going to be high on his list. But we're gonna go Pujols at first base. The easiest one, second base, Hornsby, no doubt. But that was I wrote that in before anything else. Second base.
Yeah.
Who's Ozzy? Give me Marty Marion. That's who I'm going at shortstop.
A man after my own heart.
With it. Frankie Frisch at third base. We're gonna go.
Wow.
We're gonna go there. No Scott Rowland. We're going to Stan the Man in left, of course. Jeff Medwick at center field. We're going to go Slaughter in right field, and then give me a Lou Brock at DH just for the fun of it. That's going to be my all-time Cardinals lineup there. If I'm looking at Logan and Josh over these years with it, not mine. Those are just some Cardinals all-time names that people might enjoy. Logan Stone, give me your all-time lineup here.
Well, I wanted to hear your rotation. Did you come up with a rotation?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I had a hard time with it. I tried to do this one off the top of my head. This was not even looking up.
Yeah.
Gibson, Carpenter, Wainwright. Who am I forgetting as like a net? Like I'm thinking am I going Matt Morris? Am I going that? Is that who I put? Where do I go?
Well, Dizzy Dean, first of all.
Yes, Dizzy Dean.
Put some respect on his name. The guy.
When you say it better.
My fifth guy. First of all, Chris Carpenter, awesome. He's so awesome. I love him. He's
great Cardinal.
He's one of my favorite Cardinals of all time. I had to go back to Jesse Haynes from 1920 to 1936.
Unreal. It's weird that you guys haven't had these
I know
crazy pitchers. It was one of the odd because you guys have great players.
Yeah.
But the position players have obviously overtaken a lot of the pitchers.
You know what's funny is Cy Young gets thrown in a lot as a Cardinal, but he was a Brown, and so it's I don't know why people say, "Oh, he's a great Cardinal."
You guys have had a lot of great closers, though.
Yeah, they did. Suter, Isringhausen, Lee Smith, Todd Worrell. Al Hrabosky, Trevor Rosenthal back in the day was really good.
Isringhausen make it at all?
He was not my closer. It was stuck between him and Suter.
He's on that list of a closer there. That's kind of been a little impact with you guys. And then Wainwright, right? Even Wainwright as a closer.
Yeah, looking at Adam Wainwright's numbers as a starter, in 2009 he was runner-up. He lost to Roy Halladay. 2010, he was runner-up again. 2010, he lost to Tim Lincecum. Top 3 in 2013. Top 3 in 2014. So 13 and 14. And, Kershaw won both those years. And, it's not really –
that's not hard to
too much. But he had some really solid numbers. The last 3 seasons were crap, and I hate him for it. But he was a solid pitcher, and he was a big game guy. If you rewatch that 2021 playoff game against the Dodgers, he was not great that entire season, but that game, he was awesome. He gave up 1 home run to Justin Turner, but that was it.
Do you think the Cardinals, do you think that, the pitching is weird to me? When I look back at it, it is a little, they've had some good seasons. Like I said, Matt Morris is one that stands out to me. They've had guys that have had good years. Bottenfield, they've had these guys that have had these random good years around I think that's what they do well, is they develop guys, they pitch them when they need to pitch them, and they kind of move on from them. early a little bit. Like I think we saw that with May this year. Not saying they developed him, but they kind of know when to move on from pitchers a little bit. Probably one of the best franchises though in terms of developing players, staying with that player, and having them result into championships. A lot of teams give up on them. A lot of teams like trade them early. It's like we talked about the A's when we did a short on them. Like the A's have some great players in their franchise, like great players. The Cardinals are right up there.
Yeah.
Like the Cardinals and A's are very similar to me.
Yeah.
Other than the A's moving location more, like the franchises are very similar in terms of like the players they've had, the great players they've had. Maybe the A's have had a little better pitching, but like there's like, and they're very similar to me. Those two franchises when I look at them history wise, and the Cardinals lineup we have multiple guys. I'm messing around with Josh with Eckstein at second base, but like he did win you a world. He made you win you a World Series. Like you had these guys that were really good players for a long time, and I'm gonna I don't know, Logan. Like I know the Cardinals you have issues with at times, and I have issues with the A's, but the reality is the fan base is set. They've had solid players. You have a lot of Hall of Famers, and we'll see what happens. It seems like the new GM has that feel, like he's trying to build up that same thing. I mean, if I was a Cardinals fan, it's been a little while, but I'd be happy with the direction we're going right now.
Oh yeah, I don't think there's anyone happier with the way the direction's going than me. Let me do my lineup real quick so that way you can
please
understand just how great the Cardinals are. My leadoff spot was Ozzie Smith. I should have gone with Marty Marion, but my heart just couldn't do it. Number 2, my second was Rogers Hornsby at second base.
No doubt.
My third baseman was Albert Pujols.
Wow.
Games at third base.
He did play a few.
And then let's see. Mark McGwire as my first baseman. No, I'm sorry. Right. Stan Musial is my DH, and he's playing in the 4-hole.
All right.
And then Mark McGwire at first base. My catcher is Joe Torre. Surprised you didn't have him at third or short or catcher. Ducky Joe Medwick, Triple Crown winner, the last Triple Crown winner in the AL.
The fact that you had Ducky into that, beautiful right there. That's great. That's good stuff. You had Ducky into that. I love Logan for that stuff.
Joe,
I just call him Joe. You're like Ducky. We're like that's what I love about it. Yeah, all right, I like it.
Jim Edmonds, my center fielder. Lou Brock, my right field. My rotation again: Gibson, Dean, Carpenter, Wainwright, Jesse Haynes. Closer, Suter. Yeah.
So no McGee, no Coleman, no Langford.
No, Vince Coleman. That one's a hard one not to have. Willie McGee was kind of easy, but my bench was Matt Carpenter, utility guy.
Great.
I mean, he would have been awesome. I had Yachty as my catcher. Josh. Kenny Boyer. I mean, he's an underrated third baseman. Enos Slaughter and Red Shane Deast. So.
Cardinals, I got some good players, man. I mean, we got a lot that we could even dive into. That I was looking at their all-star teams over the years. I was like, I kind of forgot. Like, they didn't mention Matt Holliday. There's Larry Walker was a Cardinal. Like, they had some good players. They had some good players over the years. One of my more disappointing Cardinal, like where I was rooting for the Cardinals so bad, like the one time in my life, and they let me down was when they played the Red Sox. And they were pathetic in that World Series. I hated them so much after that. I think the 1 year I'm rooting for your candy, you don't even come through for me. You guys are clutch all the time, and now the Red Sox are beating your butt. That was the one time I was so pissed at the Cardinals.
They had no reason to lose that series, and that always disappoints me.
I was so frustrated with them. We'll have to do another one here next. We'll just send out a team here with it. Cardinals got some good ones. I was more messing with you with the Josh Logan one, but I had some fun looking back at the research at these guys. So I will say that I didn't get the Ducky part of that. So that was good that you got there with it. All right, MLB trivia here for Logan Stone.
Oh yeah.
All right, hit number 1. I played 15 seasons from 1994 or from 1984 to 1988. I finishing my career at the Royals, playing 79 games in 1991 and 1992. I led the National League in hits, and I had 1,897 hits. Let me just write. I think I put 1984. I want to make sure I have that right. 1984, not 1994. Any idea? I'm gonna get it back up here for you. Sorry, I messed up on that. So, and no researching though. People, I played 50 seasons from 84 to 98, finishing my career at the Royals, playing 79 games, and in 1991 and 1992, I led the National League in hits. I had almost 2,000 hits in my career.
I wanted to say Willie McGee, but
it's not Willie.
Okay. Let's move on to you. Got me on this one.
I was a 3-time Nick Barkakis. Thank God. All right, I was a 3-time Gold Glove and won an MVP in 1991. I made my only All-Star game in 1992. So he was a 1-time MVP and a 1-time All-Star. Very rare in this sport. I also finished second, though, in NLVP voting in 92 behind Barry Bonds. Gary Sheffield finished third that year. I was a switch hitter, and I throw righty. So some big clues there.
Yeah.
Good defender. You got to admit right away before you even guess, an MVP and a 1-time All-Star. Like that's
and it's not even the same season, right?
Huh? No,
it wasn't even the same season.
No,
which is so weird. Like he didn't get the All-Star vote when he was an MVP.
The second year when he got second in MVP, he made the All-Star team.
Man,
switch hitter.
I want to feel Reds, but I don't know, man.
All right.
You're getting that 90s, which is it's gonna anchor me.
This might help. I did play for those St. Louis Cardinals.
Dang.
I played for the Atlanta Braves, the Marlins, Reds, and Royals in that order. I also won a batting title in 1991, which was the year he won the MVP, batting .319. I am more known for my years with the Braves, though, but I played my first 5 years with the Cardinals. So good Cardinal, goes to the Braves, lights it up a little bit. He was a switch hitter for those 90 Braves teams.
Man.
He played. I'm going to give you the position. Just going to tell you you're struggling.
Is it a first baseman? Third base?
I've had him on flashbacks.
Oh, son of a nutcracker. Oh, I was just thinking, it's the guy before Chipper, and I lost it. Oh, crap.
Yeah. I'm going to say his name. You're going to regret it.
Yeah.
It is Terry Pendleton.
Son of a nutcracker.
I was like, I love this one because it's a not your era. Obviously, but he was a Cardinal, so maybe you know him a little bit.
Terry Pendleton.
Isn't that crazy? 1-time All-Star and 1-time MVP.
Yeah,
that's pretty. I wonder how many of those are.
Oh my gosh! Oh, that hurts.
I love. All right, you didn't get Nick Markakis on the first guess. I feel a little better. All right. I went. That was a hard one for you. I did go before your era, but I had to test you. But I felt like I was like, I'll give him a little Cardinal stuff. Maybe he knows a little bit about the Cardinals on this one. So, all right, here's my flashback video. This flashback is from last night, but it was a great catch. And Tatis might have been on our disappointing list a couple weeks ago, Logan. I don't know. This might be one of my favorite catches of the year. I'll tell you why in a second.
Fly ball to right field. To the corner goes Fernando. At the wall, he leaps it.
Oh.
Yeah! Makes the grab. Oh, Fernando up into the air, brings it down.
I think the reason that I liked it so much was the swag after he caught it a little bit. I was like, all right, that's the Fernando we got at the beginning when he first came up. Like, it's not a flashback, I know that, but like, I'll get what I have. But I couldn't get that. That's a great catch. And Lindor, like the cherry on top of a bad season, like grand slam. nope, not happening.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just a great catch, and he's kind of found himself a little bit, which I'm glad he has a little bit because I'm like, my God, has he lost it? Like, what's happened? So, my
They win
flashback
that
video-
game?
They did win that. Yeah, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So
it-
it was a save and catch. So
yeah, just kind of one of those big plays. So, Logan, baseball dog days are here. You're in school. I'm in school. We'll see what September brings with us on here on 7th Inning Stretch. I know me and you will be with you in the postseason for sure. But a lot of interesting baseball to get down the stretch. We'll get back into the standings a little bit next week. I kind of want to hit on the Orioles and kind of want to hit on Pete Alonso a little bit. But just going to get your thoughts on him after a big free agent signing and where the franchises have gone, those 2 ones along the way. But it's a fun part of the baseball year, don't you think?
yeah, except for Terry Pendleton. No. Yeah.
Ask your dad. Give your dad the 3 clues. See if we can get him. See your dad.
Yeah, I'll have to.
Yeah,
He would get it.
let
But
me
yeah,
know.
it's so crazy. Like, I mean, the AL being the AL is kind of boring, but the NL race has been pretty fun. The Padres have turned it on. There's a chance they could catch the Dodgers at this point.
Ooh. I mean, it's not like the owner for owner. The Padres
Yeah.
sold. And the funny thing is, the Padres just sold their team, right?
Yeah,
And they
Well,
spent a lot of money before that.
yeah.
It's kind of funny how these things are circulating a little bit too, along the way. But yeah, so hold on before we get out of here. If there's one team
Yep.
before we meet next episode, what team are you kind of interested about? If we were to say, hey, this is where we're beating next week, or maybe a storyline outside the Dodgers owner thing, is there a storyline you're kind of looking at? Is it Pete Crow Armstrong? Like, what are you kind of? That's why you kind of keep a pulse on a little bit.
The Braves are kind of concerning.
Okay.
That would be my team. The Red Sox, they've kind of fallen a little bit. Yeah, so I think the Braves, though. You said one team, and then I was about to start listing 8. So
But don't that defeats the purpose of one team. But I hear it saying because that's kind of where I'm at with it. Is like the one team for me is we talked about them last week. Is I kind of want to see where the Red Sox end up.
yeah,
We kind of gave them a lot of love, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, they got
we're bad luck. That's what.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
We see where they're at a little bit with it. So, yeah. So next week, looking forward to the show. Man, we'll talk a little, kind of get your thoughts on Pete Alonso and the whole Mets situation. And we'll kind of have a little bit more detail. We'll see what happens with Skeens. We'll have with Marte, Dodger stuff. We'll see what happens there with it as well. So, all right, Logan Stone, good show as always. Thanks for your facts, brother, on the Marte stuff and the Dodgers owner. Crazy situation. That's going to play out even more here in a little bit. So, all right. For Logan Stone, I'm Darren Breyer, Variety Sports Network. We'll see you guys next week.